It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, September 24th, 2018 at 7 a.m. and welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host. Along with Scooter Callis today and Bob Recktenwald with sports coming up on Monday.
Down on the Corner program. It ain't a show yet, folks, but it's getting there.
What do we got to show? We could show three hats here, the helmet, and Bible sitting there. So
what are you programming?
I don't know. What are we programming? Whatever Scooter wants to program. He's the director. Anyway, did everybody have a good weekend?
I did.
Yeah.
I had a good
It's
weekend.
pretty wet.
Yeah. Thank goodness. So hopefully the fall colors will really be nice this
I was
year.
thinking I woke up in April.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, it was a little wet out there.
So y'all did football on XL7 Friday night here. Jonesboro played here. I heard the Bombers did.
We'll
pretty
talk
good.
about that here in a little bit,
good.
but yeah, it was
they
okay.
They did good.
Good.
They did.
Good. Well, we're enjoying Brood Awakening coffee. At least I am. These two guys. I mean, who knows what they're drinking?
Not me. I'm drinking my
Water.
water.
I had my water on the way in.
I don't
I had a
even
whole
have my-
bottle of water before I got here.
I don't even have my smart water today.
Boy, it's showing up.
It ain't no kidding. Don't ever accuse him of being a dumb. Well, yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're enjoying Brood Awakening coffee. You can do the same. 3 locations to serve you. Balmer Boulevard, Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, and of course 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. And so I went by to get some cinnamon rolls last week. So I'm out at 62 East. I said, I need 5 cinnamon rolls. She says, I sold out. So what about Balmer Boulevard? They might have some. So I ran over Balmer Boulevard. They had 3. So business is good at Brood Awakening.
And once again,
Not
a phone call. Hey, got cinnamon rolls today.
only had 3
Not feeling the love.
I'm sorry.
Kleenexes for these. Brood Awakening coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, just drinking muddy water.
Did you get one, Scooter?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I was here.
And Matt got one.
I was too.
We had already eaten
Friday
by the time
morning?
he
Were
got
you
here.
here?
It was Thursday.
Or Thursday
Or
morning.
was it
That's
Friday?
what
No, it was
Thursday.
Friday. Yeah.
It was Friday.
Anyway, big old huge iced cinnamon rolls from Brood Awakening. Anyway.
Yep, if you're not drinking Brood.
Yeah, we're not going.
Brood
You're not
Awakening
getting the
coffee,
cinnamon roll.
The best coffee in town. Brood Awakening coffee, 3 locations to serve you. Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas.
Bring on the prayer.
Bring on the prayer. Got to get out of this one.
Talk about changing subjects. No.
Yeah. Talk about a segue to something else. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring you morning prayer each and every day. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas, the utmost in professionalism and just whatever it takes excuse me, to make sure that your service for your loved one is just what you want and need. So let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, it looks like fall has arrived and the seasonal stuff is so much fun. Football in full swing, festivals and celebrations going on. Students and faculty now in class for almost 6 weeks. As I look at the calendar, in just 3 months, it's Christmas Eve. And Lord, I pray for the teachers and students. And while the holidays may seem so far away, they're really coming up fast. Lord, I pray you help the students in school make great progress in these weeks before the holiday season. And I pray also you protect our schools, keep evil out, grant us safety in all of the schools. And that's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring you morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now, dun dun dun.
Oh, I love the trumpet. Do it again. Using a mute on that trumpet, or is this an open trumpet?
It's open.
Open trumpet, all right.
Wide open.
Yeah, the majesty here. Greg's Farm Services.
Whoa.
What's a ho?
Yeah, don't even
His
stop. Don't
Majesty.
stop him. Don't stop him, Bob. He's on a roll.
Greg's Farm Services on the farm
Is it
around
payday?
in the community. Payday, I'll take another one. On the farm, around the home, in the community, Greg's Farm Services. Check out the Husqvarna Auto Mower, and you can enter to win this Wolf muzzle loader. You can click there for details. So let's take a look at store specials and announcements. See what's going on this week. Pet Mate Barn Take 2. Pet Mate Barn Home Wow.
He's having a rough morning this morning.
Boy.
His tongue's getting in front of his eye teeth. Can't see what he's trying to say.
Man, I'll tell you, rough. The Ranger price from $34.99 to $65.99. Twisted X boots and mocks, 15% off. You've got Taste of the Wild throwback prices, $39.99 for 28 to 30 pound bags. 10% off any hummingbird feeders. They got bell chimes at 10% off. 5-gallon gas cans, $7 off. What do you think about these new gas cans? You got to stand on your left foot, put your right arm over your left ear, and try to twist that cap, and hopefully you don't spill gasoline all over everywhere. I think it's easier just to take a hacksaw and stuff a hose on that thing. And
They've got another one out that I do like. It's what they call it, spill proof or whatever. You turn the can sideways, you actually hit a button on the top side, and it pours out. That one's okay. But
anyway, this one looks like it's a pretty good one. It's now $11.49 for a 5-gallon gas can. 70-quart mug tubs, $15.99. Garden tools, fiberglass handle, your choice, $7.99 each. FlexRite garden hose, 50-foot length, $17.99. Be sure to check out all the store specials. Greg's Farm Services, 2 locations to serve you. We've got Highway 126 in Gassville, 6153 to be exact, and then we got 1309 Bradley Drive. That's the power shop here in Mountain Home. Greg's Farm Services, on the farm, around the home, in the community. Greg's Farm Services brings you the morning weather each and every day. This morning we are starting, we hear just a little bit of rain a minute ago. Did it just come and go? 65 in Mountain Home right now, 63 at Harrison, 68 at Hardy, 66 in Mountain View. Well, Yellville shows a shower at 64, 66 in Marshall, 65 in Calico Rock. Around the region, St. Louis at 66, Poplar Bluff 67, 63 at Branson, 66 at West Plains. Well, it's 43 at Watford City, North Dakota. That's where my son and daughter-in-law are up working right now. And so it's a little bit chilly in North Dakota. On the radar, I'm going to hit refresh on this one more time. We've got a line of showers from, well, mainly Kentucky's covered up right now. Kentucky, parts of Ohio, Indiana, southern Illinois. Comes into 2 different areas of Tennessee. Of course, Tennessee being a long, narrow state. Looks like just south of Memphis. Well, mainly looks like it could be all the way down to Grenada, Mississippi right now. Anyway, we got shower activity in Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, Tennessee, southern Illinois. We're going to hit the Little Rock stop real quick. See shower activity to the west of Mountain Home, the northeast of Mountain Home, and another round of showers all the way down to I-40 around the Russellville area down in there. Scattered showers all throughout the state affecting all the highways, 62, 412 east and west rain showers there. Highway 65 to Branson from Little Rock, it's got some shower activity there. Highway 67, 167, Batesville, Poplar Bluff out of Little Rock, a little bit spotty. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, and 555. Looks like everything's affected a little bit except 49 and 555. So
can you put that one in motion?
Yeah, we use the base composite here and see which way it's going.
There it goes.
Yeah. It's kind of just crawling a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of going northward until it gets to about Mountain Home, and it just kind of
fizzles at the state line, doesn't it? Kind of stops at the state line. Huh.
Okay.
Interesting. We'll check Missouri real quick. We'll check the St. Louis stop and check these interstates there. Not much going on I-70 or I-44, Rolla, Columbia into St. Louis. There's some shower activity around the southern part of Illinois, around Carroll, Illinois, affecting Interstate 24 and I-64. And southwest Missouri, we'll hit that one real quick. Oh, not much down there. It's surprising. Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon, I-44. Looks like it's in good shape. See the shower activity affecting Branson and east of Branson right now on Highway 160, 60, and Highway 65. I-70, Kansas City, Jefferson City. Looks like it's in pretty good shape at this time. Interesting. Check that forecast for everybody. You can see where the heavy rain is right now in Kentucky and Tennessee and southern Indiana, southern Ohio with that flood watch and warning out right now. They got a lot of rain over there. Oh, hit Baxter County right there. If you want to follow along, it's www.weather.gov. This is the National Weather Service site through NOAA. Speeding my computer here. There we go. For today, 30% chance of showers and areas of fog. Later thunder showers tonight, 30% chance. Tuesday, 40% chance of showers all day long. Trails off into a 20% chance on Wednesday morning, Wednesday night. Well, it still says slight chance. Thursday will be sunny, high of 72, and Friday clear with a high of 78. So it's going to be, looks like we got some nice temperatures, some fall-like temperatures coming through. Arkansas Forestry Commission burn ban 0, all 75 counties. No burn ban in the state. Wildfire danger is low right now. For the drought monitor, they updated it last week. Very little in the state right now. Most of the state with no drought at all. A little bit over here at Fulton County. Northwest Arkansas, we got Benton County and Carroll County with a little bit. Southern Arkansas probably the most with a D1 moderate drought in Miller, Lafayette, Columbia. I think that's Union County. Yeah, in Union County there. And let's see, I do need to mention this. This will be part of the weather. We have a missing person in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Lisa Mans Prescott has been missing since 9/1 of 18. She's 53 years old. Looks like 5'11", 150, 180 pounds. White with brown hair, green eyes. If you happen to know the whereabouts of this person, call 870-935-7867. This is the Crime Stoppers. Brent Weaver, who works with the missing persons here in Baxter County, asked me if I can get this on. So Lisa Mans Prescott been missing now since 9/1 of 18. That's 23 days missing so far. So now what's Jonesboro? 120, 125 miles east of here. So she can be anywhere. Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee, even Kentucky, with being northeast Arkansas. So if you happen to see Lisa Mans Prescott, you can call 911, local sheriff, local whatever, just help authorities find this person here. All right. Community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing, 741-2883.
Mountain Home Parks and Recreations partnered with the Arkansas Game and Fish to host their 3rd annual Fishing Derby. Fishing Derby will be held at Baker Lake, located at McCabe Park here on Highway 62 West. It'll be on September 29th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. This is a free event for all ages, 15 and under. If you own a fishing pole, please bring it. They'll be having a lot of fun events and prizes. If you need any more information, you can call 424-7275. That'll be a cool event.
And let's see, coming up on September 29th, we have the Enlightened Women's Conference. The ladies were here last Thursday. Educate, equip, empower, shedding light on the darkness in our region, making a stand against the enemy and taking back our children. This takes place from 9 to 4 on Saturday, the 29th of September. It's $30 per ticket. That includes your lunch and a t-shirt. And you'll hear from Informed Choices Women's Center, Care Center Ministries, the Call of Marion County, and On Time Ministries with the human trafficking issue. If you need more information, call 870-701-5078. The Enlightened Women's Conference set for September 29th. Takes place at Real Life Church at 1326 Rossi Road. And then the Lone Rock Fire Department, the Lone Rock Fire Protection District, I should say, the annual barbecue and open house. You go down here all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday, October 6th.
Barbecue.
That's where you learn to sing.
Really?
He's going to be the main. He's going to be the
So
main.
you don't play his trumpet?
No, he's going to sing that Kermit the Frog song. He's going to be on the main stage.
Really? You're going to sing Kermit the Frog? What is that,
idea
Kermit? I
that.
forgot. What is that song?
Oh, please don't.
What is that song? Give us a demo.
No. I don't know what he's talking about. I really don't. They will have some good bands there.
So you're not going to sing the Kermit the Frog song or play your trumpet, right?
No, not there. No, I'll leave the trumpet for here. This is.
We're so lucky.
Yeah, this is all for you.
Hey, this is talent. Who's got a director that can play a trumpet when he don't even own a trumpet? Anyway, Lone Rock Fire Protection District annual barbecue and open house takes place Saturday, October 6th, noon to 3, rain or shine. Special barbecue chicken leg quarter meal. Boy, that sounds good. Chances to win a Ruger American Predator 6.5 Creedmoor rifle. You can win a Yeti Roadie cooler or a $250 gift certificate or gift card from Walmart. Yeah, great giveaway.
Be a lot of fun.
Then this is getting closer. I know it's set for November 10th, but this is one of those things where you have to pull the pin out of the calendar and write this on that date. November 10th from 6 to 10 p.m. is the Kindness Incorporated's 3rd annual Golden Gala. This is one of their main fundraisers. Now, Kindness Incorporated is a transportation service throughout the two-county area that provides transportation those that can't get around, can't drive, doctor's appointments, shopping, pharmacy, stuff like that. Then they provide a great service, and they don't take any government funds, if I remember correctly. Is it strictly 501c3?
Yep.
And so they really totally survive on our contribution. So the gala sponsor for this is $2,500, the gold $1,200, silver sponsor for $750, bronze for $250, while the table decoration sponsor is $150. For more information, call Debbie Womack, 425-6475. Hey, we timed that right. 7:15. Time for a break. Bob Recktenwald Sports coming right up, so stick around. Be right back.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done, so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas is your home for national and international award-winning pizza. Nemus Pizza offers artisan-made award-winning pizza with only the freshest and finest of ingredients. Each pizza is made from scratch and hand-tossed at the time you place your order. And also check out their calzone strombolis, an oven-baked folded pizza stuffed with your choice of meat. Sauce can be on the side or included inside at your request. Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas, your home for award-winning pizza. Do you ever feel like your butt's dragging and you could really use a lift? Ozark Diesel Off-Road. Ozark Diesel Off-Road has been installing lifts for over 25 years. They specialize in all your off-road vehicle needs, from general repairs such as engine diagnostics, clutch and brake repair, to custom fabrication like axle gears and lockers, leveling and suspension kits, and everything in between. So if your vehicle could really use a lift, head to Ozark Diesel Off-Road, located at 5051 Highway 62 East, or give them a call at 870-425-LIFT.
Hello,
Coming up on 7:18, Bob Recktenwald Sports. Bob?
It's Monday.
Yeah, it is.
Monday morning sports. This morning we've got Coach Dell Leonard from Mountain Home High School. He is the boys and girls golf coach. Mm-hmm. And golf is one of those sports that technically starts before school starts, correct?
it does.
So tell us about your season, and we'll talk about your postseason play coming up. When actually does it start, Coach?
Well, we actually start before school starts. We played our first match over in Northwest Arkansas, and then we had our ultimate auto group tournament, which is sponsored there, and we play there at Big Creek. And this year we had 108 kids, which is the maximum number of kids that we can take in a tournament. That, for those that know golf, that's 36 threesomes. So the course is packed. We ended up with a few dropping out right before the tournament, but we still had right around 100 players on the course that day.
My goodness. And that's an all-day affair, isn't it?
It's 2 days, actually.
2 days.
It's a 2-day tournament, and it's pretty much takes up Big Creek both days, so we're really appreciative of them allowing us to use their facility out there.
Walk me through the process for a tournament like that. Is it 9 holes the first day, 9 holes the next day? How does that work?
Well, we play 18 holes, boys and girls, on the first day, and your score carries over to the second day. So you're ultimately looking at a winner with 36 holes.
Okay, so it's a 36-hole tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, tell me about the boys team first. How many players does Mountain Home have on the?
We have 10. Our 2 seniors are Luke Jackson and Chris Waymeyer. We have 1 junior this year, Billy Knox, and unfortunately Billy had an injury where he had knee surgery and missed the entire season. And he was actually in our top 5 last year, so that was a big loss for us. Then we had 1 sophomore, Weston Hoover, who played well in our last match to try to qualify to go to state tournament. And then we have 6 freshmen. So we have Connor Estes, Duncan Conley, Will Beckham, Gage Cheney, Ripken Finley, and I am missing a freshman here. I don't have the list in front of me, but I'll think of it in just a second.
So is there a precursor to being on the Bomber?
Stephen Knox. Stephen Knox is our other freshman.
Is that Billy's brother?
That's Billy's little brother.
Okay.
So
the Mary James's grandchildren, if I
guess Arnold and Laura's children. So good kids, really
Miss
good
James's
kids.
She'll be glad to hear that. So is there? We've got Mountain Home Youth football. We've got Top Flight basketball. Is there a youth golf that helps feed these?
Todd Dunaway, the pro out at Big Creek, has a great junior golf program. And when I first got the job 4 years ago, I could tell that the future of golf was in good hands because he puts a lot of time into it. And he has it out there at the country club, and you see him all the time working with our younger kids. And we've got some young golfers who hopefully will stay with it and make the future bright for us.
Guys, when he says younger golfers, he means younger golfers.
Oh yeah, Aaron Lising, pastor of First Baptist Flippin, is really into the golf thing over there at Marion County, and I think he's got like a 5-year-old son that he's got a golf club in his hand teaching him golf. He loves.
I've got a great nephew. Believe it or not, I'm old enough to have a great nephew. Believe that. My nephew Clint's son Oakley is, I believe he's 2nd grade and he plays golf all the time.
About 7 years old. Yeah. Yep.
And it's amazing that, to me, golf is like one of those sports that ranks right up there with watching paint dry. I like to play it. Haven't played in a long time, but I like to play it. But it's different when you're trying to watch it. But if you can keep the attention of these little ones to actually play and understand that what they've got to change. There's grown men that don't understand what they've got to change, or they're so hard-headed they're not willing to change.
I had a question really. I was thinking, how do you coach golf?
Well, you make sure you get a bus and you get them fed and you encourage them to work on their own, and you tell them to find a good swing coach. I'm not going to be able to really break the swing down from the base to the top. As years go by and I am around people like Todd Dunaway and Tom Chinskowski and Lou Wood, and we go to clinics here and there, you learn more than you knew from the beginning. But I don't really like to mess with them too much. I can tell them simple things, but I think sometimes you get too many voices in your head. And golf is a game that can go south in a hurry, especially mentally. And it's the thing that Bob was talking about. I didn't really enjoy watching the game much either until I started learning more about it, and kind of started to understand what the people on TV were trying to do. And I think that getting off subject just a little bit, I think that Tiger Woods really grew the game 16 years ago when he went on his tear, and the game just took off.
And brought it down to a younger level.
Yeah, I brought it to a younger level, and not just and it used to be a predominantly upper class white level, and now it's, with the programs they have, it's reaching out to every type kid. And then the game kind of hit a lull a little bit when the economy bellied up in 2008, and then Tiger, he had his struggles a couple years ago, and the game has lost some popularity. But he won his first major in over 1,800 days or 1,100 days or something like that yesterday. So you're starting to see a little bit more interest get spiked and things like that. But it's a game that if you can watch and you kind of say, he's going to try to hit a flop shot, or I think he's going to bump and run here, or he might try to fade this, or when the kids start to learn that type thing, then they start to really become interested. In baseball, we can watch baseball and we know everything that's going on because we all played baseball when we were younger. But most of us, most people don't understand kind of what's going on. It is hard to watch.
So one thing that I've heard on TV, watch some of the tournaments, is how to read the green. To the average guy that's never been on a golf course, so there's a hole over there in that green area grass, but it could tell any which way.
Yeah, you got to know what that pitch is going to be.
You got to know what that pitch, yeah.
And Coach Leonard doesn't take enough credit as being a coach. There's more to it than just getting the bus and picking a handful of kids and making sure they got clubs. I've known Coach Leonard 15 years probably, if not longer. This is one of the most discipline-oriented coaches that we've got in the Rockingham School District. So I'm going to tell you that if he tells you to be on that tee at 9:01, don't show up at 8:56. You be there at 9:01. And if he says your grips are too tight, chances are your grips are too tight. So he needs to give himself a little more credit than what he's trying to.
Well, thanks.
That's just the way it is. You can encourage good technique because you know what the technique is supposed to be. Technique may not be comfortable for an athlete. Billy Knox is a pretty good sized boy. Mm-hmm. The way he holds that club is not going to be the same as it is if it's a smaller child. He may have to grip it different, and that's okay. And the coach will recognize that and encourage it, and not stick to, no, wait a minute, you've got to be 4 inches from the top, and your knuckles got to be wide, or you're just not going to get the swing. And I believe that's what Coach Leonard.
So you're saying you have to develop a technique for each golfer?
Well, you start with the fundamentals, and again, you try to get a lot of good help to do that. Some kids, as Bob was referring to, have a strong grip. Some have a weak grip. They just got to find out what works for them. Yeah. And some kids like Luke Jackson, who's a senior for us this year, and he did qualify for state. He, Luke has been hurt for 2 years, and but he's got such good hand-eye coordination. He comes out his senior year, and he's had a great year. And Luke's one that it just amazes you with how he can square the club face to the ball, and he hits it probably, I know, over 300 yards down the middle of the fairway most of the time. And he's one that, had he not been hurt the last 2 years with his knee surgeries and then complications after the knee surgeries, there's no telling what he might be doing. But he's also one that could go on and play the game at the next level and have a lot of success.
So how do you develop that Tiger Wood type of talent, that Arnold Palmer?
A coach doesn't do that, I don't believe. I believe the athlete,
that's got to come from them.
Yeah.
And it comes from, and we've all heard a lot about Tiger's dad and the influence he had, and out working when he's 2 years old. And I think it works both ways. If you start that way when they're younger and they love it and they eat it up and they get that fire for it, then it's awesome. But then again, on the same side, they may end up hating it. But you look at Sydney Chinskowski, is her and Kenzie Collins are the top 2 golfers on our girls team who are getting ready to leave for the state tournament tomorrow morning, and back-to-back conference champions. And Sydney's dad, and I have also found that most kids at the high school level who turn out to be pretty good golfers, their dad played and had a pretty good base of knowledge. And Tom Chinskowski is one of the better golfers that I've ever been around. And Sydney took a little bit of interest, and so he committed and invested in her. And you can tell she's probably the most consistent kid that I've seen as far as on the golf course. You know what she's going to come in with, and her and Kenzie are right there, and that's why our girls team is one of the top 4 teams in the state and has a chance to win this thing on Wednesday. So,
Scooter, take us to a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the girls team and their season that they've had, and finish up with the boys.
Be right back.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Why would I recommend Hospice the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Back with Coach Dell Leonard, a boys and girls basketball, boys and girls Bombers golf team coach. And, during the break, Dell asked about some different things. I played golf. When I lived in Dallas, I played 5 days a week and played Firewheel and a bunch of different places down in Dallas. I always considered myself a full course golfer. I saw every inch of that thing because I'd shank to the left, I'd hook to the right. Very seldom would I'd get a good straight shot, like you say Luke Jackson's capable of doing. But I went to Florida at one time and played a TPC course with a bunch of guys. And we had an odd man. We had one cart that had one seat open, and this older gentleman come up and he said, "Can I join you guys?" And I said, well, I warned him up front. I said, this could get pretty colorful. We're here to have a good time. We're not pro golfers. We're just here relaxing and having fun. He said, that's fine. I said, well, how good a golfer are you? And I'll put you with whoever I think you need to be with. He said, I shoot 78. So I said, okay. And I hook him up with this pastor friend of mine. We're going along, and we get probably 6 holes down the way. This guy picks up his bag, and he heads out. I said, sir, where are you going? He said, I got my 78 in. I'm gone. I said, I see what you mean. He said, some days I get 8 holes, and sometimes I only get 4. But I'm a 78 shooter.
That's funny.
So, that's a true story, though, as funny as it ends up being. But, Coach, your girls' team has been real successful the last couple of years, and your boys' team. How does the state tournament work out? How many people qualify? Does a team go as a team, or is it just individuals?
Well, it's a lot different this year because we went from the 6A to the 5A with a reclassification that the Arkansas Activities Association did last year. This year we played in a conference tournament in West Memphis at Meadowbrook, and the top 3 teams go on the state tournament out of 8.
As a team?
As a team.
Okay.
And then the next 6 individuals.
Okay.
If you're on their teams didn't qualify, the next 6 top scorers go. So you got 3 teams that qualify, and then you have 6 individuals. And it worked out on our girls' side where our girls won conference championship, as I said earlier. And then Luke Jackson qualified with an 85, which was a high score for him. But you look at Weston Hoover just barely missed it by 2 strokes, and Ripken Finley and Chris Waymeyer just barely missed it by 3 strokes. Well, then the other side of it, you say, well, if they were able to make it, then our team probably would have made it, because that would have been our top 4. But both teams had a great year. The boys, as we said earlier, 6 out of the 10 are freshmen, and then the one junior was hurt this year. So 6 out of the 9 that were eligible to play were freshmen. They got a lot better from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, and we had a lot of fun.
So a lot of hope for next year.
Yes, a lot of hope for the future. And on the girls' side, we kind of we expected to be pretty strong going into the year with the
So how many
Kenzie
girls do you
Collins
have?
and Sydney Chinkowski 1-2 punch. We have 6 girls.
Okay. And tell us who they are.
You've got Sydney and Kenzie, who have been in the 70s most of the year.
Juniors, seniors?
Kenzie's a senior, Sydney's a junior. Kenzie recently has had college visits to Lyon College and Williams Baptist. Both have offered her a full ride scholarship. And then, as I said, Sydney Chinskowski as a junior. Then you have Haley Shasheen, who's a sophomore. Ella Brashears is a freshman. Kennedy Wyatt, who is a junior. And Madeline Smith, who is a sophomore.
The lack of a freshman or underclassman, just interest, or what are we going to have to do to get those numbers up?
On the girls' side, it's
side.
usually you end up with 1 or 2 a year on the girls' side, and you just, when you're talking about golf being a great game, it's also a very intimidating game. And if they've never touched a club coming into their freshman year, you start to get to that age where if I'm not good at something, I don't want to do it.
I haven't done it before. Why should I start now?
Yeah, or I don't want to look silly or I don't want to get embarrassed in front of my peers, and it's very tough. And I think about when I started playing, 4 or 5 years ago, I didn't want to go out there and play in front of those other guys that were really good, and so I know what it must be like for a kid. But what we do is we just go back down to Todd Dunaway's junior program and hopefully create that base, and they're comfortable. We talk to the schools in the spring, and I tell them, doesn't matter if you've never played before. Kenzie Collins never touched a club until the fall of her 9th grade year.
Wow.
And, just some kids just pick it up really quick, and it's hand-eye coordination, and then, what your demeanor, your toughness mentally has a lot to do with it. And most kids in golf have had a little bit of a background. Like I said earlier, their dad played, or they might have a grandpa or an uncle, or their mom played. And it's the dynamics of putting together a group there's a lot that go into it. Traditionally, you're going to have more boys than girls, but I have also found that to be true in basketball. More boys, they just want to be part of the team. They don't care if they're not playing. Girls, they kind of want to be doing something. They want to be playing. They won't stand around as much in practice and things like that. So there's a lot of different things that go into it.
What sport at the high school level is at the same share season?
Tennis and golf are in the fall, cross country, football, volleyball. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Wow.
Okay, so there's so many choices at that level.
Well, then you got cheer and dance as well.
Though, I think for golf, when you talk about the young ladies, doesn't that open up a new opportunity for? I know you got some scholarship opportunities, but what about the women's PGA? I mean, I'm not saying that we're going to have a man or a lady that come out of Mountain Home High School that's going to make the pro circuit, but it is possible.
Well, when you look at the facilities we have and the opportunity we have, there's not a nicer course in Big Creek for any other high school team, and we're so fortunate.
Isn't that rated a 5-star?
It is. It's been rated a 5-star in Golf Digest in Arkansas, and you've got the putting green up there where you can if you just want to practice putting, you have a range that's a full range. I believe that's 3-tier. You have a chipping green where you can work out of the bunker or work from 100 yards in. It's an unbelievable practice facility, and then the course itself, to be able to use it, we're very, very, very privileged and humbled that the owners at Big Creek allow us to do that. So,
is it expensive for a student athlete to play golf?
Not at all.
So that may be something that a lot of these parents don't understand. Oh, golf's too expensive. That's just a rich man's sport.
Big Creek charges $170 a year for a junior golf membership, and
it's not bad.
Then you get into, I also know that the kids have the opportunity, to go over to Twin Lakes. Some of the kids that we had coached had been members over there at times before they joined the golf team, and they were at Big Creek all the time. But the golf clubs themselves, the golf clubs, the golf balls, different things like that can start to get expensive, but you don't need to invest in a really expensive set of clubs until you have got a good base and understand the game and you know that you're wanting to move forward with it. So,
but isn't the discipline? I know Bob and Scooter's involved a lot in the football. I was involved in baseball. You've been in multiple sports. The discipline, the self-discipline that it teaches, doesn't it work at the student's advantage in other aspects of life?
Oh, I think so. I think all athletes, all sports do, if they're done the right way. And the integrity of the game with golf is one of the biggest things that I think helps young people moving forward. And we tell our kids, you need to make sure your score is right. We don't care if you ground your club in the sand, which is a penalty, and nobody else sees it. You better tell, And I think just the integrity of the game, the work ethic, and what it takes to be good at golf, I think it definitely carries over to life.
Well, I was watching a golf match one time on TV many years ago, and I don't even know who the pro golfer was, but he looked down near the green and he thought he saw a twig near the ball, and he moved that twig with the ball that much. It was a stroke. He says, put me down for one stroke because that ball moved. It was that disciplined.
Yeah.
And it was nothing more than maybe a little bit fragment of a leaf that might have blown in the wind.
Yeah.
But so he was so disciplined, he put him down for an extra
and nobody
stroke.
else saw it. So.
Well, I'd be wrong if I didn't ask, and I know you're big on this. What is your GPA for your golfers?
Haven't got it figured yet for this semester. I know it's up there. We'll figure it here as soon as we're done with the playoffs, because we turn all that in at the end of the year. And
if you guys don't know, the AAA has where they recognize an all-academic team for each sport. And I know Coach Leonard has always pushed that to be it's a big part of his programs, whatever he's doing. So,
and it's like we talked last year, late in the spring, and our girls basketball team had a 3.77. Was the highest we had one year, and I don't know the exact number. We actually got higher than that, and I don't know how we didn't win it. I think that we've got some not Christian schools, private schools that only have 6 or 7 players, and they end up clipping everybody on the GPA thing. But I'm really proud of all of our kids as far as the academic side, because they miss a lot of class with travel.
Yeah, especially from out home when you got to travel so far. So where is the state tournament, Coach? And is it the same place for the boys it is for girls?
No, they're different places. The girls will be at Hot Springs Country Club in Hot Springs, and there's 2 courses there, the Arlington course and the Park course. And we're going to play on the Park course Tuesday and Wednesday. And Tuesday will just be a practice round. Wednesday will be the actual round for the state championship. Our girls, Greenwood, Lakeside, Sheridan, and maybe Silent Springs is a dark horse. It's between those 5, so it'd be exciting. On the boys' side, we had one young man qualify, as I said earlier, Luke Jackson. That'll be in Paragould. We'll go over and play a practice round on October the 1st, and then the actual tournament on the 2nd.
Where do they play at Paragould?
Paragould Country Club.
Really?
It's called Mosquito Island.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. I have no idea what it is over there.
Maybe it won't be so bad in October.
Yeah, you just never know. Could be. What else is going on in Coach Leonard's world? We got about 2 more minutes. We'll let you go teach class.
I don't think I missed any kids, but just teaching every day and trying to do my job, trying to keep up. And our girls basketball team is working hard. I'm working with them every day as well. So we're excited about.
When's that kickoff?
November the 6th is our first game.
So as soon as you're done with golf, you'll be full-time basketball.
Yeah, we'll have our star banquet will be the next big thing after the tournaments, and then hopefully our girls will be celebrating a state championship, and we'll see what happens. But it never stops. It's one foot in front of the other. You just keep going.
Well, if you don't care, send me a text message when you get done tomorrow and again on Wednesday, and let me know how the girls end up, and we'll make sure that during community news, folks know what's happening.
Thank you, and thanks for having me and let me talk about our kids.
Coach Leonard, anytime. We sure appreciate you taking the time to come out. Scooter, take us away.
You're right back.
All right.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name-brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Have you ever...
Coming up on 7:48, and we've got the OFA football and Bomber football report coming up, guys.
OFA football update. Scooter!
All right, we had some good games. They were wet games. Played Saturday in the rain. We put a thing out there and had a lot of parents asking, do they play when it's like, yeah. There's not lightning, tornado, or nuclear explosion. Those will only delay things. We're still going to play.
Yeah, we know about those delays, don't we?
Yeah, but no, we had some really good games. The final scores on the 3rd and 4th grade division, we had Bull Shoals Hardware Riveters defeated Mountain View Yellow Jackets. The other one was Coleman Family Dentistry Extractors won over the BSI MAS Jackrabbits. The Shelter Insurance Bulldogs had a bye this week. And then going into 5th and 6th grade, the Mountain View Yellow Jackets versus the Aspire Outdoor Steelers ended in a tie, 0-0. They didn't.
Really?
Nobody scored on each other.
No tiebreaker.
No tiebreaker. No. They will in the tournament, but in a regular game, you can tie and clear it up.
Huh.
We also had the Homebound Medical Enforcers won over the Island Concrete Islanders. And, of course, Pippin CPA Bulldogs had a bye this week as well. So it was some great games. We had a lot more show up than parents as far as that goes out in the stands.
Good.
With little hoodies on and different things.
Umbrellas,
and,
ponchos, and trash bags, huh?
Hey, they were there sporting them. I love it.
It was a long night for the Elvo Panthers. They took a beating.
They went to Melbourne?
They took a beating at Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are on the short end of that stick. Mountain Home Bombers, on the other hand, they did not win. But I'll tell you, I'm very proud of the coaching staff, very proud of the players. That 2-week break that they took made a huge difference in what schemes they were running and how they were executed. The score does not reflect the actual game. If you did not see the game live, you can probably still pick it up on YouTube if you want to. How do they see that, Scooter?
You can go to our website, hometowntelevision.com.
HometownTV.net/football.
I'm messing this all up. HometownTV.net
/football, right?
Yep. And then it'll have all the games that we've recorded, and you can go back and watch them.
Saturday morning, I was on my way down to Old Time for breakfast. I was listening to Brad Hallworth's report. The total yardage for Jonesboro was like 357, while the Mountain Bombers was 280 something, almost 300 yards. So
yeah, Dell,
they
like
advanced
I said,
the ball pretty well.
The score did not reflect the ball game.
Yeah,
it's probably one of the best ball games we've done broadcast for in the last 2 seasons. The boys executed, they played, they ran. We had some really stupid penalties. We had a sideline penalty for 15 yards. Never seen that before.
A sideline penalty?
Yeah. They didn't give us much unsportsmanlike conduct against the sideline is what makes it. I mean, I've seen sideline penalties before. So it makes it a little bit strange on what that was, and I'll dig around that maybe by Friday night before the broadcast we'll know what it was. But, we fumbled at the 1. Quarterback took a high hit, bent his knee back, gave the ball up at the 1 yard line. We had some you change a few plays, and that score's totally different. Am I saying Mountain Home could have won if they changed those things? You don't know, but it'd have been a lot closer. It would not have been a mercy rule for sure.
No, because the offense, other than the penalties and this and that, I mean, they were moving the ball against them.
Yeah.
Well, with almost 300 yards, you got to tip your hat to the Mountain Home Bombers.
And people will say, well, they started playing their second string. The only noticeable change that we could see from the broadcast booth was the quarterback. They changed from number 9 to number 10. They still had the same split ends, the same running backs, their linemen, which were huge, by the way. They had 7 players over 300 pounds.
Say that again?
7 players over 300. 300 pounds or over.
Some big old boys.
And I think our line average is 190, maybe. So you're double teaming almost everybody that you can on the front line just to open a hole. Dawson Tabor had a great night. I want to take my hat off to him. He had a good night in passing, a good night in rushing. Overall, just a great night for him. Arkansas Razorbacks didn't fare so well. They got beat 34-3, which everybody thought would be a whole lot worse than that. But again, they had a bomber moment. They held their own. They did pretty good against Auburn. I've been told, I did not watch it. I was traveling, but I was told that the score does not reflect the actual game there either. Arkansas State beat UNLV 27-20.
Really? I didn't know about that one.
Red Wolves had a pretty good game. Actually, the Red Wolves, I believe they're 2-1 this year so far. So sports are a little bit shinier this week than they were last week. The Cubs actually won again, and Cardinals probably got beat, but I wasn't going to go there.
No, actually, we won 4 in a row now.
Oh, come on.
Yep.
Well, they need
As a
that.
matter of fact, now that you brought it up, I wasn't saying anything. We're 4.5 back with 6 games to play. Mathematically, if the Cubs and Milwaukee's at St. Louis for 3, then we go to Chicago for 3, we can mathematically win this if we keep our head on straight.
Mathematically.
Mm-hmm. It's possible.
Historically, hold on, Scooter. Historically, it's happened before.
Back, 10 years ago, or maybe it was
37
11.
years
ago. Keep going. In 1964.
Here we go.
1964, the Cardinals were they were 6.5 out with 7 to play, and they wound up in the World Series and beat the Yankees in '64.
Scooter, were you born in '64?
No. Okay. I don't think anybody's going to hold their breath thinking that that's going to be the outcome here, but more power to you.
You guys are going to be eating crow if it actually happens, which, as good as the Cubs are, is pretty slim, but you never know. I mean, you get in this pennant race, something like this, and and I've seen St. Louis do it before. You think you get cocky and think, oh, we got this handle, we can beat, like we could beat Frisco or we could beat Atlanta, and then they can knock your socks off.
Yep.
And so, yes, the Cubs are good, and they're a team to be reckoned with. And so,
if you don't get control of this conversation, Bob, you're about to lose it to baseball.
Whoever wins the National League Central, we'll salute you and wish you the best. So if it's Chicago, they've earned it. If St. Louis comes back, if it's Milwaukee, what are you gonna do?
Well, let's talk about
it's a fun run.
We'll go with some other college scores real quick. Alabama, of course, is Alabama. They beat Texas A&M.
In 2 weeks, they're going to be at Fayetteville.
Like I said, Alabama is Alabama. Texas A&M was ranked number 22. They got beat 45-23
by
Alabama. Number 2, Georgia played a tight first half against Missouri, but they ended up winning 43-29. Number 6, LSU beat Louisiana Tech 38-21. Auburn, of course, beat Arkansas. Michigan beat Nebraska 56-10.
What happened to Nebraska? They were a powerhouse in the 70s and early 80s. Was Freddie Akers that coached them?
I have no idea, but let me just throw this back out there one more time for Matt Swoboda, who lives in Tennessee, who probably listens to this on occasion. Nebraska got beat by Michigan 56-10. Purdue beat Boston College. Boston College was ranked 23. They beat Purdue 30-13.
What about Gators in Tennessee? You got that one?
What's a Gator?
Florida.
Oh, Florida. Yeah.
Florida was at Knoxville.
Neither one of those teams were ranked, so they don't show up on my screen here. So
we're only talking about ranked teams.
Yeah, we're just talking about
top 25.
Top 25. So another upset was Old Dominion beat Virginia Tech 49-35, and the big upset was Texas beat TCU 31-16. Another nice upset was Kentucky beat Mississippi State 28-7. Texas Tech beat Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State, that's OSU, not OU. I'm all right with that.
Well, OU actually won. They beat Army.
Yeah.
Is that a surprise?
OU's been on a streak. They've won their last 5 games.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 of which were at the end of last season. But
yeah, I was starting to say they're 3-0 right now for the season,
right?
I think.
Yeah.
So
I've watched all but the Army one. I didn't get to see it.
So tonight we've got the 7th grade Bombers play at Bomber Stadium, 5 o'clock. It's going to be a blue gold game here at Bomber Stadium. As far as I know, they will not cancel it because it's wet. The rain is supposed to actually stop around 10, lighten up until into the evening. Not supposed to be any lightning and thunderstorms going on. The 8th grade Bombers will travel to Berryville. They'll be playing in a jamboree. They've changed that start time to 5:30.
Yeah.
I don't think we've got anything else at home this week.
Nope. Friday, Mountain Bombers at Pine Bluff.
XL7 TV broadcast team will be going to Yellville, where I think we do Yellville versus the other team.
Yellville versus.
Schedule's on the table.
There's another team we're playing, but yeah, we'll be there. Yellville.
We'll be in Yellville doing whoever Yellville plays, whoever their opponent is. So
you can always go to hometowntv.net and watch the game.
Yeah, and I tell you, we're getting more and more viewers live on that than we had. We've had real good response with people going back and watching it online.
That's good.
I think our Harrison game hit 3,300.
Yep.
So if you don't feel like coming out and getting a little damp on a Friday night, stay home, watch it live. If you like what you saw when you watched it live and want to go see it again, turn it on YouTube or go straight to the website and watch it there. We're probably about out of time.
I like having those replay and slow motions. Those are pretty cool.
Pretty
I
nice.
enjoy it.
You guys do a good job. All right, that pretty well wraps it up. Let's see Area Agency on Aging tomorrow. And so Tina Recktenwald will be here. So see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rain.
Bye.